Hi, welcome to your intuitive energy reading for the week of May 25th, 2026. Be sure to tune into the podcast this week. On Tuesday, we have Jenny C. Bell. She's the author of the new book, Divergent Witchcraft. And so we talked to her about that. And then on Thursday, we have Pam Sears. She's a medium. And so we talked to her. It was a very interesting conversation. So be sure to tune into those. This week, we are going to use the Green Witch Tarot by Moura, art by Kira Ostergaard Leonard, and let's see what the energies are for the week of May 25th for everybody. Okay, so the first card is talking about the High Priestess. So this is really about what this card is saying to me for this week is it's really about setting your intentions, doing things very intentionally this week. So as you can see, she's putting ingredients into her cauldron to stir up some magic and to create something. So this is really is literal of what you should be doing things with intention so that you are moving things in the direction that you want to see them going. This is talking about really creating a sacred practice for yourself, what feels good for you. So rather that's going to your altar or that's going and doing prayer, that's doing meditation, whatever it is that your soul is calling for you to do to make part of your sacred ritual. So that's a personal thing for everybody. The next one is the Nine of Wands. So this one speaks to me about a little bit of worry this week. It's like things don't seem to be aligning quite in the way that you would like them to be aligned in, especially around the home front and things like that. So this week is really kind of talking about reassessing what it is that you want and where you need to make some shifts in some home life things for yourself in order to move things forward. So it's really talking about just, creating that intention again. This is harvest. So now we're talking about really looking at the fruits of your labor. What can you harvest that you've put out there before? And I think this is really talking about also about eating well and, starting to really eat a lot more foods that are coming from natural resources, rather that's, organic farming or that is from, growing your own garden, those kind of things. Because I think it's really important and this time of the world to be kind of going backwards a little bit in that way to be, starting to do some canning and that's not for everybody, so you can buy those things too, but and that supports our local community as well and our farmers markets and things like that. But it is really talking about harvesting and eating well and just really looking at how you can sustain yourself in this lifetime. So this week is really drawing on a lot from that. It's also, again, harvesting the things that you've already put into play, that you've already sowed the seeds of. And usually, we don't harvest until the fall time, but this is really just talking about, it's a continual pattern. And so then we need to sow what we want and then harvest them. So the next one is the Seven of Wands. Okay, make a list, put things in order. What, are you missing out of the formula that you should be having in there that you haven't paid attention to before? What, reassessing what is working, what isn't working, why isn't it working, and asking yourself and reflecting on the thought of maybe there's something that I need to add into this to create some more magic. This is really talking about putting things in order. This is really talking about around your home. So this would be a good week for some decluttering, some organizing, those kind of things around your house, doing some spring cleaning, opening up the windows, getting that fresh air through the house, those kind of thing. It's really about paying attention to your home and hearth at this particular moment. And then finally is the Knight of Pentacles. So this is really about looking things is what I'm getting is it's really about looking at things through more of a childlike eye, but it's also about allowing yourself that childlikeness of ourselves where we can open up our minds and our intuition and really allow the messages that are coming to us to come. So as you can see, there's like an eagle, I believe it is, in or a hawk, one of the two, in the background there. And for me, that's always about messages coming. That's about the divine bringing messages to us. And so this is really asking for you to be open to receiving those messages, and especially in and around abundance and monetary things, those kind of things. So it's really about also with the roses that the knight is carrying, this is really asking you to make sure that you're being grateful and that you're really stopping to smell the roses, literally, but you're also giving gratitude to others as well as yourself, as well as extending a hand to other people. So in this case, it looks like he's, delivering these flowers to someone. And so that's just his token of appreciation for someone. So really this week, settling in on that appreciation for those around you. So those are the energies that I'm picking up for this week. If you're interested in any of the services that Barbara or I have, you can just definitely check out our website. We have a new website, daughtersofthemoon.ca, and you can reach us there. All of our services are on there. If you're someone that's interested in being on our podcast, that's where you go for that as well. So thank you, and we hope you have a magical week.